Heyo YouTube! About to do some mods to the motorcycle. I picked up a new rear taillight, and also Fender eliminator, and I think some turn signals as well. You can see currently there's this big old nasty a holder for your license plate. So that's all going to be taken off, and then this taillight here is going to be turned into like an integrated taillight, turn signal and taillight. So I'll open up the package. You can kind of see I got everything set up here right now. I'm pretty sure I got everything that I need, and obviously this is just like, this is a bunch of tools here, so I don't need all of this. You know, it's nice to have everything laid out, I find, before you start getting your work done. So we're gonna be watching some YouTube videos while we're trying to do this. See how it goes. It looks pretty simple. I've watched videos on it and I don't think it's gonna be too difficult. The only part I'm scared about is I am gonna have to drill 2 small holes, and I don't love the idea of doing that. So set the camera up and then talk about some stuff as we go along, but hope you guys enjoy. All right, let's see what we got inside here. So there should be, okay, so this is, just that little thing is actually going to replace that whole rear fender, and this is just going to hold the license plate, and it'll tuck right up in under, I guess the underside of the taillight there. There's that, and then there's a little bracket here that also is going to go up inside to just bring it together. So okay, that's part number 1. Now I think we have a few other parts here. What do we got here? Oh, this is okay. So when you remove that big section from underneath the motorcycle, there's going to be an open space there, and then I think this is like a cap for that, so you don't have a big old hole sticking out the back of your on your bike. Okay, and wiring, I am assuming, oh, this is for, okay, yeah, so this is part of the turn signals. Yeah. And let's get this guy out. Let's move this over here. So this is the rear taillight. Man, this doesn't weigh very much. Like a little sticker there, business card. That's what the brand, by the way. I might as well show it. It's a Blaster X taillight, and it says that this taillight should work on 23 models and up. Well, that's the hope, anyways. But God, this thing is so small when it's just like out on its own. That is wild. And you can see. Like, I don't know if this is going to have like a running light color of red, or if it's just going to stay this kind of like smoked out black, but the smoked out black would look sick actually. But there you go, taillight. And the last part of the puzzle is the turn signals. Oh, should keep these. Let's see if we can get these guys out without losing anything. Okay. So you can barely see them there, and I'll open, you know, once I start installing it, I'll open up. But like, these are, see how flat that is? So these are going to go and be embedded right into that side fairing there. And then I'm not going to have that big piece that sticks out like that far anymore. So, and these are actually kind of smoked out as well, which is nice. I thought they were going to be more clear, but all right, sweet. Well, that's it for show and tell. Let's I just gotta make sure that Coda isn't, oh, there he is, look, in all his glory. Hey buddy, how you doing? How are ya? Geez, you zoom in like that and he looks so small, but he's actually a pretty big dog. He's like 70 pounds. But okay, let's go start putting this stuff on. I think I'm gonna start with the rear because that seems to be the most work. So yeah, we're gonna tear that down and let's see how it goes. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I watched videos on this and kind of just tried to do this by memory. That was pretty sketchy for me the whole way through. Also, I just noticed that there's a ding. I don't know if you're gonna be able to catch this on camera. See that ding right there? Nope, it's right on this corner here, right there. Like, the bike is barely 3-4 months or something like that, and oh, that just breaks my heart. Okay, that's one. Oh my god, that's one of the fenders off. Let's take a look at what things are, the current state of things. So now you can kind of see, like, this is my taillight here, so that's going to come off and then that's going to be replaced. This whole unit here, you can see bolts on up above, below here, which is pretty much why I got to remove all this. Also, the taillight, you need access to the electrical that runs kind of back from here and in order to plug in or unplug the old taillight and plug in the new taillight. And down under here, once we get to it, I'm gonna have to open this up more, and the mount for the new fender, or sorry, the license plate holder is gonna go down here and it's gonna bolt on from this side. So that's one side taken off. And to be honest, I'm not entirely sure if I need to take off the whole other side. Do I? Oh no, I do. Yeah, I can't get at the bolts on the other side. So there's these, you can see right here, this spot right there, and then this spot right here. Basically on that side piece, they have these pins that kind of insert into here, and they're in there pretty good. So when you're pulling on that side fender, like, I got a little bit worried that there was some sort of a clip there, like a plastic clip that I could break, but I wouldn't be too, you know, you got to give it a pretty good pull, but everything turned out to be okay. So, all right, moving right along, let's get the other side off and continue the process. Okay, so I'm at the point now where I think I need to start watching the video because I got to connect the wiring. And right in here, so there is the taillight, that big red thing, that's going to come off. And here is the wire here. You can see it. And it runs there, and then it curls right here. And then it comes in through this backside and under this block here. So I'm not exactly sure if I need to remove this whole thing. I feel like that's my ECU. I think I remember when they were watching the video. So I'm gonna go back, review the video, just make sure I'm not screwing anything up here. And I'll probably clip back to when I get the new taillight plugged in. Okay, so there's a little clip here that I gotta take off. I have all of the wires unhooked here, and so the middle one here was my license plate light, and one of these is a left turn signal and one of them is the right turn signal, and I'm not sure which one, so I'm gonna have to plug it in, I think, the new light, and then I'll see which is which. And I'm just gonna wiggle. You can see this whole thing now is free, so I'm gonna take this off. Okay, so moment of truth. I got everything wired up, and actually the green wire here that you can see, and then also there is a brown wire. So those were the turn signal wires there. There's also a gray wire here, which if you picked up a license plate light, this would have been something you would have had to wire in. And the wires themselves were actually different lengths, so it told me exactly where each one needed to go, which is great. So let's put the key in, and then let's see if we have turn signals and if we have brake lights, which would be fantastic. Okay, the light's on. Nice. Wow, that's, I mean, it doesn't do it justice, but it seems a little bit brighter than the other one that I used to have. So perfect. Okay, now let's go left turn signal. Oh yes. And then if we go to the other side, let's turn on right turn signal, and we have right turn signal. Oh my god. Yes. That took me about, what time is it now? 2 o'clock. So that took me roughly maybe an hour, something like that, just to get it on. I don't have everything put back together. But I was also, you know, setting up the camera, filming some things here and there. So I wasn't just like full on working the whole time. But it's actually a pretty easy install. So, all right, move on to step number 2. Okay, so right now I am getting access to the area that the bracket for my whatchamacallit, license plate bracket. My God, I couldn't find the words. Yeah, so there is a bracket that comes with this. There's a few bolts and a bracket as well. And the plan, this is the bracket. It's gonna go under the bottom part of the bike. There. Don't mind me and my lingo because I have no idea what I'm talking about. But I'm just discussing what I'm doing here. So there's a bracket. And basically, if you pull this out of the way, the bracket should slip on very nicely. It's almost, it's a perfect fit, right? And now what that does is it gives me an exact area that I can use for my drill, where I'm going to be drilling the holes. I think if I lay this on here and keep it there while I do this, it'll there's one. I cannot explain to you how nerve-wracking this is. I really am so nervous. And there's like a okay. Also, I feel like I should have taken this plug out right here because this wire is like it's stuck and it's pretty close to where I'm working. And you know, hindsight's 20/20. But I think, yeah, look, we got our 2 holes there. Okay. Moment of truth. Nothing like rechecking your work after you've already done it. Oh my. Okay, so let's spin this guy. Now, I have heard complaints about there's a like this nut, the nut sticking up out of here, so this doesn't go firmly back into place. So that's 10. Okay, I didn't have it on perfectly. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Hold on here. Okay, so we got our taillight on, and then you can see the bracket down here. My goodness, it's gonna be that's gonna be tucked up more than I thought it would be. Is this supposed to be the other way around? Oh no, I'm gonna have to look at this. It might have to be rotated. Oh, I I really hope not. Can you see it there? See it sticking down here? And the license plate is going to be sitting like this. I mean, I can't do that. It's got to, yeah, this is supposed to be turned around, I think. Oh, did I actually put that on upside down? I'm such an idiot. Darn it. Okay, I'm going to go flip this upside down, put the license plate on, or flip it right side up, put the license plate on, and then once I reassemble the whole rear, we'll see how it looks. It's going to look pretty cool. And then we'll get around to doing the side turn signals. Okay. Well, I think we finally finished everything we need to do there. That was quite a bit to remember in terms of the map of putting everything back together. So like all the little bolts and things like that. But I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything. Every screw went back where it was supposed to go. Every push pin and everything went back where it was supposed to go. And I'm really happy with how this came out. This just looks so much more tidy when you look at it from the rear now. And I'm not even sure. I might have to take off like the rear set pegs maybe. Because, well, ain't nobody getting on the back of the bike. So, but let's take a final look at how this turned out. There you go. Yeah, that looks so much better. So much better. And then again, we can do a little show on how the taillight now works. She lights up. Everything's still working? Yep. Left. Perfect. Right. Perfect. And I like this little kind of flash that it does when you go to brake. It really shows off that like you're stopping. So, you know, maybe a little extra safety feature, something like that. Hey. Came out pretty great, I gotta say. I'm very pleased. I think we'll actually turn on the lights too so we can see. So here's your running lights, and then right turn signals, nice and flush. They're not pointing out, but you can see how you can kind of see that light right there. And that's because of that little rubber piece that I was telling you about. So now it sticks off of the fairing just ever so slightly, but enough where you can kind of see it from the front and it's not completely flush. So I like that. Yeah, I like that a lot. I'm glad I did put the rubber O-rings on there. And then back here, of course, we had the Tidy with the turn signals integrated into a bike. You can turn our turn signals on, got the left side, and the rear also works as well. See them both going. And then if we come up here again, go right. There we go. And then the right side is working. Awesome. All right, well, that's it for the video this time around. I don't know, this is always something that I want to do, is do some, I don't know, some personal touches on either my own vehicle or motorcycle or something like that. I remember like 5 or 6 years ago, I did want to get like an exhaust and a lift for the truck and do stuff like that. But to be honest, doing stuff like that on the truck, unless it's gonna, because the truck we use for work, and unless it's gonna give me some sort of advantage in performance, and what I mean by that is like towing, for example, or I don't know, gas mileage, I guess, because that's really what you care about. I couldn't really see the point in spending a bunch of money on big, huge tires, a new set of rims, doing some sort of lift on it and all that. I put a level into the truck, but that's just because I can't stand when vehicles come with a rake from the factory. I hate the way it looks, but it also now affects how the truck tows. So it would make more sense if I had stiffer suspension in the back. Anyways, that's neither here nor there. The point is that this is fun. I love doing this stuff. And it's easier to do on a motorcycle. Like, you can just pull it into the garage and it's just a few hand tools or something. You don't need to jack the thing up or anything like that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the new content. We'll get some video footage soon while I'm riding the motorcycle. I just ordered a camera for my helmet and things like that, so it's gonna be fun. So stay tuned for the upcoming stuff. Maybe you guys, if you can, like the video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got